choose to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
Yeah, okay. Why isn't she cammed up, Noble? I can't see her face.
Oh, you can't see my face because, like I said, I got my kids with me, and then I ain't had time to get cute. So, you know, I like to.
This her channel.
Ma'am, it's midday. How much time do you need to get cute?
You'll see the screen. She right here.
That's a picture. I want to see her live.
Oh. Well, you eventually will, but right now you're not gonna see me live. You got to deal with that.
Why did you say live like that?
You're gonna see me live. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just not today.
Just not today. I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
Don't pay him no mind. This is my fault.
But listen. That's
he only civil at night.
Yo, listen.
I ain't gonna be civil tonight.
Man, Drill, leave her alone.
All right.
Some
things to do.
Hey man, bro, now did you hear what he said? He said, "I want to see it live." Like,
You're so stupid. God damn.
What's wrong with this nigga?
He needs some milk.
Damn, give him some milk.
Hey, look. No. He needs some milk.
I look good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
You won't see nobody like me for like 12 other years. You see what they do all the time. I'm different level. You crazy? You can't even coach my type of style. They style is regular. I gave him crazy work. Crazy work. And then look, and the dudes you kept getting all this love to, crazy work. Don't ever try me, ever.
Let me go.
This sounds so easy, it's like some man. He's tripping. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Check his drink, he's tripping.
Boom, the world class.
It's shocking. This shot just been shopping. Just hopped in. What going on? What's locked in? Good watching. Take my advice, get shot down.
You are watching
a master. All the wine of this shit, just stop it. You see here, look at this thing. I got them reaching for chains, pickpockets. They mad cause their agents fell. They taking place on trophies, goblin. In his defense, we see he killing this bitch. Shit get cocky. I just met 2 new chicks, drooling like, ooh, new drip, just got them. I'm here and I'm rapping. I give them chance to reveal the essence. I hate them chicks that get with me, we texting. When we confess, I'm like, where's the detective? So here's the assessment. I think you guys for severe indigestion. Lie through your teeth of this is impressive. All of that shit I can hear in the next one. You can lie, I see all you want, all they hear is rejection. Hey, and they think they smarter than Gayle, but they scared of them questions. Hey, I'm a fake shit that come on all colors like this iridescent. Nigga, all of my metaphors hit that appear in the reference. No.
You are watching a master at work.
All right. Welcome to the world class. I am Noble Migu'el, Tunico Bay, Moorish America, Muslim, consecrated, and appointed missionary, the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I finally, after all the dumb drama, get to a video I've been waiting to fucking review for a long time because there's a lot of good stuff. I'm only gonna do like this, and maybe it's like an hour and a half of shit. So I'm gonna do 30 minutes at a time because there's so much stuff in here as I was like breezing through it that we deal with on a day-to-day basis and that come up in these spaces and these conversations. Just to break away from the shit we've been listening to. There's gonna be more of it. So shout out to Brownie Ellie. Oh my gosh, it's one of the days. I had one of them old nigga naps, like twice today. And when you're an old nigga and you get your old nigga nap in, you be ready to work. So you gotta kind of, what I notice about doing this is you have to kind of stay, not kind of, you really have to stay active you get rusty really quickly, which is fine. But you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. But you know, you forget stuff. And I gotta clean out my my damn memory card, like my hard drive, because I got so many damn videos I was supposed to have done. Like, yeah, I want to do it live on this, I want to do it live on that, and this has been one I've been wanting to do because you see this type of mentality. I think Andrew Tate did a great job in this interview as I like skimmed through it. I picked a spot that I thought was pretty, you know, out of the whole. I think it's like a 4-hour live. So I picked like I picked like an hour and a half of consecutive, you know, film to kind of record, and we can go over it. The link to this video is in the description, as always. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, etc., and all of that good stuff. Let me see. I gotta put my banner up. So I mean, that's why you gotta go live, because you just unintentionally get, you know, rusty. Got red lipstick vibes in the building. What's going on? Gotta do something. Trying to do something a little different than what we've been doing. Been meaning to do this review. I was gonna do a video. That's why I had saved it, and I was like, everything kind of got out of hand. I guess, you know, I should be. Got a lot of content to go over, a lot of things I want to talk about, and constructing a lot of different things going forward to make this channel be more what I wanted it to be than what it kind of naturally, organically, organicsy, yeah, you know, from what it was supposed to have been, you know, and kind of how things work. But when you have organic conversations, and as a non-GMO human being, you know, things happen, and I think it's best to kind of capture some of these experiences I've had, and I've been having a lot of experiences on YouTube, and I've been having a ball recording them, doing the same thing I do in life, and that's call people out on their bullshit and watch them struggle with their I don't know, fictional understanding of things, and having a ball. So we're gonna get into this review. I'm gonna do a lot of letting it play. My goal is to, you know, get through the first 30 minutes of it. But I'm just gonna get a commentary. If people want to come up, oh shit. If people want to come up, yeah, the link, it will be pinned to the top. I almost forgot to do that. Plus I seen when nobody live. At least I ain't. Let me see. Yeah, I ain't seen nobody was gonna go live. So that's what I was looking for. I was seeing if anybody was live. Then I seen nobody was going live. I was like, oh fuck it, I'll go. You know what I mean? Got a lot of shit I need to get off. So yeah. FH, how you doing, beautiful? Welcome to the world class. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know it's Monday evening. I had a good productive day today, and tomorrow will be just as productive, and got some old man. I got old man nap going on, so I got two of them. You know, the good naps where you drool into your beard. Got two of them. Woke up early, worked, knocked stuff out, came home, ate. I mean, took that extra little wash up, touch up. I hit the bed, the bed hit me. One of them two, I don't know. Who knows? And we old man. For all the ladies, I'm a little word of advice: when you grow up, don't be an old man.
Okay, so my first question is what? Okay, so my first question is, what is the #1 problem facing men today, and what is the #1 problem facing women today?
I can say something.
Come on, ladies.
Everybody's
I'm here to educate me.
The #1 problem.
All right, first thing, I'm admit, I think Brittany Renner looked like a Who. I really do. Like the Who from Dr. Seuss. I really do. But she don't look bad in this right now. And I'm biased because I like, you know, curly, puffy, natural, blown out hair. Like that's my thing. I'm kind of kind of weak for it, crinkly hair. So she got like literally my favorite hairstyle on women. So she kind of looked decent in this, but I really don't like her face. I'm not gonna say all day.
Questions. Come on, tell
The
me.
number one problem with men is that they don't tell women the truth, and the number one problem with women is that they can't.
All right, so let's make sure we hear what she's saying.
Okay, so my first question is, what is the number one problem facing men today, and what is the number one problem facing women today?
I can say something.
Come on, ladies.
Everybody's
Everybody's
gonna
going to educate me.
The number one problem.
Answer all the questions. Come on, tell
The
me.
number one problem with men is that they don't tell women the truth, and the number one problem with women is that they can't handle the truth. Simple.
Ooh.
That's a good paradigm to start from, because it's actually very interesting you say that. A lot of women say, I just want a man who's honest. And then the second you're honest, she's like, what? You did what? It's like, well, then don't ask me for honesty. Of course I fucking lie.
Thank you.
So that's a good point. I agree.
I agree with that. I think that's a good point. The number one, no, I wouldn't say it would be number one, but that is a functional issue where dudes keep lying to these chicks, and these chicks just have this fear of what is called FOMO, fear of missing out and on information and being the first and being the only and all that, and they just want to know for that reason. But you don't understand how heavy this shit is. A lot of these women don't want to know everything, because y'all got these little goofy things called feelings, and they make y'all think of stuff that don't make sense. So you don't really want to know everything, but irrespective of what women do, I always tell men, be honest, be a man, stand on your shit. I don't know why you lying to this girl who's shorter than you that you could throw across the room if you wanted to. I don't understand the concept of lying to females. Blows my mind. I don't get it. I won't lie to you. I'll just crush your feelings or whatever and keep it pushing. I'm not even shitting you. I'll just crush your confidence. Like, I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you, break your heart. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just not gonna happen. I don't have it in me. So, but I think the number one thing with men is lack of wisdom. Men are not given wisdom because mothers, and at least in this country, want to keep their sons as some little fucking pet thing, so they can find a way to have a way with a male where they usually can't. And I think the number one issue with women is they don't have an identity. Most women in this country, your identity is whatever's written on your receipt. And I got a video coming up with that. We kind of talked about that in another live. Yeah, most of these women today, their identity is based off what they can purchase, and really not based off principle. Which essentially is the same thing with men. Men are lacking wisdom. We too invested into thrills and shit like that, adventure seeking and competition. And I'm extremely competitive, and not adventurous, but I'm extremely competitive, so I fall into that category. I would just say that men just are not acting with wisdom. I don't have it available to them, and quite frankly, are not interested in seeking it. So that's what I'll say with regards to that. But women's issue is lack of or no identity. Your identity is, you don't know what your identity is until they release the commercial to tell you what you want. And hey, Brown Ellie says, I always prefer honesty over sweet lies. That's what's up. Hey, that's a bang bang. Oh, my bad. It's super low.
Bang, 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 bang.
Agree with that one. I don't think it's the biggest problem, but it certainly is a problem in relationships today. That is a problem. The biggest problem with men today is that I think the world is becoming hyper competitive. Most men are not aware and understanding of how quickly there's going to be a genuine shift in between those who have things and those who do not have things. Not just finances, but also female status, everything else. And it's a status game, right? And it's becoming harder and harder for men to play. And that's all women's fault, of course. But it is, because women choose the winners, right? Women choose who the high status males are. So women pretend to give a shit about men. Of course they don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna disagree with him on the direction he's taking. I know he's being facetious with the women's fault, but he do got a point. that fucking hypergamy shit. But like I said previously, I don't think it's because of the back end, talking about who women choose at the finish line. I think it's the front end on how these mothers are behaving from the beginning. To debilitate your sons, to have, to turn him into a yes man, for him to be a compensation for all the men that told you no. And then y'all be including the nigga that you seen, that you said he should have said something to me, like them false no's that ain't even real no's. The celebrity telling you no because he won't just find his way to you and come through your house and make you spaghetti and love you up and shit like that. So I think it's the front end. I don't think it's the back end.
They give a shit about themselves, and a woman, if you ask her what she wants from a man, she's like, I don't want much. I just want to find a nice man who's a millionaire and 6 foot tall and funny and charismatic and interesting and spontaneous and looks after me and doesn't cheat, and is funny and good looking and strong. I don't want much. Like they name all this shit that most dudes are never gonna have, and it's becoming harder and harder, and you end up with people. Top G's who own everything on the planet they could ever possibly wish for, and then you got other guys who have nothing, and there's this large divide. There's no longer any middle ground. You have dudes who can't get any pussy, and then you got dudes who are just blocking girls left, right, and center, and that's what the problem with being a man is today.
What about the women?
What about them?
I would say, everybody's got a chance to talk.
I'm gonna shut up and have my clementine.
No, I want to know. I want to learn from you, sir.
You want to learn from me?
Well, I wanted to answer. I feel like it goes for both. It's not just one or the other. I feel like it's self-accountability.
Definitely.
Women are not accountable for themselves. I agree with you there.
Why
0%.
just women though? What
It's
about
both.
men?
It's
Yeah,
both.
it's definitely both.
It is both. You're right, but
You know what burns my gears. I don't understand. Like in my city, Baltimore, right? We are often, because blue crabs are like pretty famous, we're often referred to as crab in the barrel mentality. But these fucking females, like their fucking reflex is to make sure somebody is going down with them. But what about this? But what about that? And what about this? But it will be the same one that wants you to take accountability when it comes to her getting her stuff. No, I'm not taking accountability. But what about everybody else? Every time that's what niggas need to start doing. Just give them back what they give to you. Whatever they start talking about, just give that shit right back. But what about the stars across the galaxy? Well, what about the prices of a Twix in France? Like, just start saying random goofy shit. Because this shit just irritates me. Go down by yourself. You did the crime, do the time. You did it by yourself. You made a decision for yourself. Now rock out. Like, I don't understand. Admit, it's weird. Golly, everything is, well, what about the man? What about the man? The nigga just got finished talking about the guys. Oh, God. And she asked him about the women. Educate her. And she talking about the damn niggas. Irritating.
Society punishes men for not being self-accountable, but society does not punish women for not being self-accountable. I'll give you an example. If you're a man and you're arrogant and you think you're something when you're not, trust me, society will teach you very quickly that you don't matter when you don't get laid and you stay a fucking brokey. If you're a chick and think you're something when you're not, you can run around with your ego, still get dates, still get laid, still have a fairly sensible social life. Society as a whole doesn't come along and slap you in the face with realizations. If you're a man and you think you're something you're not, it is a ticking time bomb until society teaches you a lesson. That's the difference. This is why men in general are more self-accountable, because the men who are not self-accountable get fucked up. So those who are successful are very self-accountable people. They look at themselves and go, okay, the only way I'm going to get and progress further, the reason she left me, the only way I'm going to do better, make more money, etc., is I have to change. Most women don't want to do that. They don't sit and think, I have to change. They think, oh, he left me because it's him, and I lost my job because my boss, and this is this because of this. No, you women don't look in the mirror and change a fucking thing.
Don't forget.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit, nigga. I knew he was a nigga.
Bang, 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 bang.
Mr. He said in the building, what's up, bro? You can hit the link if you want, if you got time. Just reviewing this. I know this is old. I just never got to get to it because, niggas wanted to smoke. So I had to be a fire demon for like 3 weeks. I don't know if that worked out for you guys or not. It worked out for me.
What you're forgetting right nowadays, they can't change it because it's all about body positivity.
Are you
they
saying?
can look sexy at a size 28.
Are you saying Lizzo's not a 10?
You guys trying to get me canceled?
See, I'm not gonna lie. I don't agree with what you just said because 90% of cosmetic surgery is by women. Women are trying to change as much as possible. Men don't want to change. They're not accountable for themselves. They think that because they're a man, you're gonna be attracted to them. No, like you can't be fat. You stay at home. You're just playing video games, and you expect a woman to want to fuck you. No, she's not gonna want to fuck you.
Yeah, but then she won't. This is the point. And then she won't, and society will teach them a lesson. They might be able to pull off a little blag with a girl for a year or so, but in general, they're gonna end up lonely. In general, they're gonna...
You know what was dumb about what she just said? She said that men don't want to change because we don't take the same avenue of change as women do. That was her reason. Because we're not getting plastic surgery. We don't want to change. Cosmetic surgery. Okay. Yeah, I had to let my brain process that a little bit.
Struggle to find partners. I agree with you with the cosmetic surgery thing. Women are happy to change their appearance and change how they look, but they're not happy to change how they act. Most of them, they're not happy to change. No, they're not.
The women are changing what the men don't care about.
That's a fact. It's a fucking absolute. Listen. You ain't never lied. The girl ain't make none of that made any sense. But she's still defending it. Bro. But they'll say, right? Get your passports. Get your passports. That's over here. This thing in the right. She over there. That's another place. That's not America. She's not from here. They in London, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead. Get your passport. Go over there with that. You know how stupid you gonna look to travel 3,000 miles for the same shit? You niggas are stupid.
Men don't care about the big old lips.
Yes, they do.
And no, they do it. The women are doing that for themselves. Because the men don't care
tell
about
you
it.
that.
The men would rather a woman change her stinking attitude than put on all that makeup and hair and everything. That's what the men want. But the women will go out there like, oh, I'm gonna.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change that. If you look at a man and the man said, yeah, he's fat. The man will if he's feeling bad about himself, he wants to make something, he'll go and hit the gym. What's the woman going to do? Go and do? Get a BBL, get her lips done, put on her makeup, put on her hair, and say the big old fat person that she is and say, oh, it's body positivity. The men don't even want that. And the women are not getting all this cosmetic surgery for the men. They're getting it for themselves. You can't turn around. What man wants a woman that's going to turn around, go and have an operation and can't sit on a plane because her ass has been...
Hold on. Golly, lady. You just rapid fire. I mean, golly. If he dies. Wasn't she preaching? Golly.
Injected or been interfered with. She got to lie there on her stomach. Do you think the men want that? Or wake up in the morning before you got to hit the house. She's got to put on. I'm sure I worried about some of the men because they must go out with a woman. And then when they wake up in the morning, they think, who the hell is she?
The scars,
by the time you take
catfish.
everything off, women need to change their attitudes before they change their makeup. I'm sure that even more than that, change your attitude. Because women will go out there and they would want to change this, they want to change that. All the things that don't count. If you learn to... The same way how women can go out there and learn to put makeup on, learn to cook. Learn to wash by hand. Learn to please a man.
That is so
That's what you need to do.
That's outdated, girl.
She's a girl.
That's outdated.
She's right.
Did this blockhead just say it's outdated to fucking change your attitude? FA says females definitely get plastic surgery for each other nowadays. That's a fact. Men been saying for years they like natural women, yet they still get BBLs. That's a fact. I like the natural stuff. I don't care about the BBL. That shit weird. Look like a tranny to me. So if you look like a tranny and I don't like trannies, then I'm not gonna like you. I'll just say that just to get some head or something, and then I don't know what to tell you after I get the head. I don't need you no more. I'm just I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm not Derek Jackson. I'm not about to tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you the real shit. I'm your big cousin and big brother that you ain't have. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's real out here. La mama.
For who?
I'm saying it's like we had literally just talked about this off camera when you guys picked me up from the airport, when we were talking about, oh, what's the value system or the point system for a woman who cooks versus a woman who can suck good dick and fuck well.
But you can cook and suck dick as well.
No, but I'm saying is that Pearl, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but quoting her was that when she interviewed people on the street, that there was more points given to something for like a sexual return as opposed to, oh, wash dishes by hand, there's a dishwasher. Why cook? We can eat out. There's a chef. People don't give a fuck about that.
That's what they think.
But we literally just.
But why you down on that hill? Why you using all the energy for that versus all the other shit you said? Like, you got that energy for fucking dishwashing, like the dishwasher shit, but not the attitude part. While actually using the attitude that she was just talking about as a fucking. Okay. I don't like her. I just don't like. I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I want to push her in some fucking camel piss.
Talked about this yesterday.
No, it was okay. I did a street interview and I asked the guys, would you rather have a girl that gave good head or a good cook? And most guys
want this.
But I think that's
For
more,
the quick
but
satisfaction.
I think that's more for like a one night stand.
But what I'm trying to say is that if all the women out there and they're talking about, well, some of the women want to be settled down. They want a man. Right? And you got to think what the man wants. The man ain't interested in that. Look at when you're doing street interviews, you're interviewing single people. Look at the people there that are happily married and ask them what they do. Because all the things that the women out there are doing, you can...
That's a good point. It should be street interviews that's coming up to couple. Well, I mean, I've seen couples be pulled up on, like that one nigga with the swap phone thing. I don't think none of that real. Because why would you do that just because somebody with a camera asks you? Like, if you was going to do that, you could have did it by yourself. But yeah, they should pulling up the couples and ask them what they wouldn't do versus like single people who basically are free for the evening. You know what I'm saying? Versus real single people who don't have time to date. When I say real, I mean the people that actually qualify for a decent conversation. They usually at work real good, or helping out the family member, or helping their child or something like that.
You can be a housewife, you can be going out, you can suck head just as good as any old tramp on the street. And keep your man, and have a man. And I can say that because I'm 32 years in counting.
Auntie, you can't say attraction is not important now. You can't say attraction is not important though.
It is important.
For you to get initially, exactly. A man is not gonna find you attractive and then think, oh, because you can cook well. It's got a chef.
A man's gonna find you attractive.
I think because people think because you can say something that make it matter, but that just because you can say something don't mean that it makes sense. Like, you just saying shit just to be saying shit. You could do a lot. You could fly a missile if you wanted to. Like, you could moonwalk into the bank and break the glass. Like, why? What does could mean? It doesn't have anything to do with Earth. Like, oh, you could get a cook. Who the fuck has a cook? Who has that? Are they the type of cook that's gonna sleep in your... Like, shut up. I'm saying shit that's retarded. Goofy ass lady.
And he's
okay, let's ask Andrew.
He's gonna,
Andre, would you be
14 pounds of weave in your head saying dumb shit?
with a girl that's 5 out of 10?
I'm so close to roasting this lady. Where her man showed it. Oh, never mind.
Because she can cook.
That ain't what I said.
Oh, well, firstly, that's not what she said, to be fair. And secondly, I'd be with a 10 out of 10 who can cook because I'm top G. But to make the point, I think what you have to understand is what men are looking for in a relationship. So you did the street interview, and you're asking single people, probably young people, probably idiots who know they're on camera talking shit about good head, all this garbage. It's bullshit. What men are interested in life, not just in their relationship, but in their life as a whole, is status. I don't think most people understand, especially women, how competitive the male world is and how competitive it is for status. This is why men do everything they do. Men buy the faster car, not to drive any faster, because of status. It's why we want a bigger house. We don't give a shit where we live. It's because of status. It's why I want to go to the gym and get big and strong.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this clip before.
Because of status. Everything we do is about status. It's why I want the better job. It's why I want more money. It's why I want to be respected. So what's the number one thing we want our female to give us? Status. That's what...
All right, see, so this is... I just like stuff to be exactly what it's supposed to be. I got like... I like OCD when it comes to principles and accuracy, I guess. I don't know how y'all got it with y'all outfit and food and decorations in the house and arrange your what is it called? Feng shui, some shit like that. Y'all will correct me in the chat. I don't know. So what it is, right? So he's talking about status. In history, most men, like men's goal has always been immortality, to be remembered for all time. So status is kind of like a step up to be able to live a life worth remembering. Your name be in the history books for something of substance, you know, or treachery, depending on what your mindset is. So I just don't like when people get close, but they don't go the whole way. So I get what he's saying, and it's not that it's wrong. It's just not. I can't. It got to just be the thing that it is. So it's immortality, to live a life worth remembering, so you don't die twice. That's why it's also great to be a part of a culture and a nation or empire or kingdom where you will be recorded being in that nation, being able to participate and essentially be a part of immortality. So, but he's right. Men are doing things to be able to make a name for themselves or maintain a name that's already been made for them.
We want. So she can give us status by being beautiful. That's one thing she can do. But another thing she could do is if I turn up home and I come home with my boys and she says, I'll cook you all a steak. That's status. That's all my boys going, Ross, you just been out all night and she's here and she's going to cook for all of us and she'll clean up and tidy up. Boom. That's the kind of girl a man's not going to want to lose because it makes him look good.
That's a
bang, 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 bang.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Boom, the world class.
You are watching a master at work.
I couldn't agree more. I literally couldn't agree more. That's especially in 2023, if you got a woman that's a human, that's considerate to her man, he's been home, you know, she's been home out of this fucking rigmarole, whatever, however the fuck they say that. Out of this bullshit, you're home, your husband has came home, friends, I can just cook, I clean it up. You go out there, you kill a lion, you bring it back, type shit. To have a woman that's not taking being human as an offense, it doesn't make any sense, because it's how you know these chicks are worthless. If a nigga worked his whole life, or a male worked his whole day, and he's the type of guy that's gonna just cook and clean, she's not gonna celebrate him cooking and cleaning to the degree in which she would complain. She being a chick like Brittany Renner, right? They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna celebrate you doing it just as much as they would complain about them doing it. So you just ill-willed. You don't like human. A lot of these, y'all be having these wrong conversations saying that these chicks are masculine. They're not masculine. They're just not fucking human. They're not even human. They don't want to do human shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what men want. Status. Suck a dick, blah, blah, blah. Listen, dick can only be sucked in so many ways. I mean, let's be serious about this.
Have you had the Gok 3000?
No, this is actually a serious point, right? This is a very serious point because the Western world has collapsed in real time and it's a failed society. And one of the reasons it's a failed society is because of the over-sexualization, especially of females as a whole. If a woman comes up to me and goes, I'll be the best sex you ever had, I am fucking revolted. I don't want the best sex I've ever had. I want you to be pure and a virgin. You shouldn't.
Yeah. Don't. That's this. You don't. I've been told that a lot. This face have gotten those words a lot. So I don't. You don't want to say that to me because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't. It's a good chance you don't compare. Like if you're not a sex worker, you don't. Not with my past. You don't want to deal with that. That's you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna pull something. I ain't gonna sit there hold you. You're gonna pull something trying to do that. So I don't really care about that. I like the wholesome. I'm gonna use the phrase, the manosphere, low body count. I've never sit there and asked a female what's her body count, but I don't. Yeah, if I went to the girl that had 2 niggas, I was like, or 1. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you, but I'm not gonna ask you your body count. It just is what it is. You'll tell me eventually. It's crazy. They do actually tell you on their own. I don't know why people be so confused about that. Yeah, I don't need the best sex ever. I need listen, I'm making this public because I want niggas to have the same value system thing I'm attracted to the most is obedience, silence. That's the sexiest shit in the world to me. An obedient woman and a silent one. Keep your mouth shut. That's what's sexy to me. I see titties and ass all day. My fucking Facebook, I think both my Facebook accounts look like Pornhub and that motherfucker. I done been sent enough titties and vagina and all of that. I'm good. I need something that's fucking rare. That's only like 1% of y'all got. And that's obedience. So when I say obedience, it's not just doing what I say. You're going to do that anyway. Are you obedient to your principles, to the God you come from, the family you come from, be it that your family is honorable. What type of obedience? Do you keep your word? Like we saying earlier, your word is your bond. That type of deal. Silence. Being able to, first thing I'm saying with silence is not just you shutting the fuck up, it's you being able to keep our private information the fuck to yourself. That's what's attractive to me. Next to nobody, next to none of these females can do those two things. So that's what's attractive to me. So the titties and ass is gonna come. I can go to Instagram right now, see titties and ass. I don't need that. I leave the house right now, hit one of these stores, find titties and ass. It's everywhere. It's so plentiful. I don't got on. Older men are not on that bullshit.
Know what sex is? Cook my fucking dinner. Shut up. Don't come and talk to me about fucking sucking dick. It's vile. It's disgusting.
You see? Shut up. I want silence. Peace.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Can I say something?
I don't want to hear that.
Facts, Brown Ellie. Knowing when to shut up is a huge skill in life. It is very. You know what, Brownie? Knowing when to shut up is a huge life skill, right? That is really, I think, the best example of less is more. I think that's one of the best. We always try to, even myself, I be trying to find places to fit it. I think that's the best fit for it. Less is more. Like they said, you got 2 ears, 1 mouth, using proportionately.
What I want is a woman who makes me look good. No woman who's running around talking about sucking dick can make me look good. So I lose interest completely and utterly, and that's the truth. So what she's saying is completely correct. These are old school things, but it's not about the act. Yes, you can order food, of course. It's about the status that comes with it. That's what it's about.
And you know what too? Let me expand on that in terms of the quiet or the silent thing. Is you have 2 ears, 1 mouth, using proportionately. Why don't you pick things to say that's impactful? Be impactful with your words. So when you go to speak, it means more to the people that are listening to you. Women just just talking so much about nothing. And you don't savor your words, so nobody else does. They don't taste good to other people because I eat this every day, all day. I don't need to eat this no more. It's not a delicacy. Your words are not a delicacy. They're not a main course. It's your words are the background noise because you're just always putting it out. You're like, women's mouths is like the Federal Reserve if it just perpetually just produce more money, like above average. Like if it just continued to make money, it would lower the value. And I don't understand why women don't understand that. But like I said before, the 2 biggest problems with men and women, I said about women is they don't have an identity. So to compensate for the lack of identity, when you don't have an identity, you're afraid because you don't know what you are and how you relate to everything in your environment. So you're literally always afraid. So when you run in your mouth, you feel like you're in control. So I understand totally why I do that. Literally like the Federal Reserve. Yes, literally like the Federal Reserve. Like you're just, the more you keep doing you, the more you lower down your property. Like stop talking. It's the number 1 spiritual thing you can do in life. So you thought it was just an asshole, right? You just think it's just an asshole. I'll tell you, the number 1 spiritual thing any woman can do is shut the fuck up. Just stop talking. Because the same thing that created all things also created being polite. So it's not going to talk while you're talking. Shut up. Stop talking. Value your words and learn how to speak with precision and intention. So when you speak with that level of accuracy, people are not going to want to miss when you speak. I don't want to miss nothing she's saying because she gives accurate information when she opens her mouth. Now I care. So you don't put care in your words. Y'all women. Is it better? I just want to get my turn to get my shit off. Like these niggas do on the panels. Niggas just want to get their shit off. But you're drowning out their environment with mundane, irrelevant, discardable information that we've already seen. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually put more care into what you're saying and why you're saying it, then people will, as soon as I hear your voice, okay, let me shut up. Let me see what's going on. Okay, yeah, I heard her say that. But yeah, you know what? I'm glad she said it again because that remind me. I care about when you speak, when you say something, because there's value behind it, not just blurting. So this is the part of why that's the number 2 sexiest thing to me in a woman. The most attractive thing, out of the 2 most attractive things to me in a woman is silence. Because that's showing a high level of self-control. It's actually obedience as well. But obedience is amazing. It's past teachability, it's past coachability, being obedient, to be obedient, you gotta have identity. Gotta have self-respect. You can't have any self-respect if you don't know who you are. And you don't know where you are, and why you're who you are. So there's a lot to go in identity. I think that's the women's biggest problem. And I'll say it again. All they are is whatever's written on the receipt. You just some over the counter transaction. So yeah. No,
and I can say that because I'm 32 years in counting.
Auntie, you can't say attraction's not important now. You can't say attraction is not important though.
It is important.
For you to initially, exactly. A man is not gonna find you attractive and then think, oh, because you can cook well. It's got a chef.
A man's gonna find you attractive, and he's
gonna. let's ask Andrew.
Would you be with a girl that's 5 out of 10 because she can cook?
That ain't what I said.
Oh, well, firstly, that's not what she said, to be fair. And secondly, I'd be with a 10 out of 10 who can cook because I'm top G. But to make the point, I think what you have to understand is what men are looking for in a relationship. So you did the street interview, and you're asking single people, probably young people, probably idiots who know they're on camera talking shit about good head, all this garbage. It's bullshit. What men are interested in life, not just in their relationship, but in their life as a whole, is status. I don't think most people understand, especially women, how competitive the male world is and how competitive it is for status. This is why men do everything they do. Men buy the faster car, not to drive any faster, because of status. It's why we want a bigger house. We don't give a shit where we live. It's because of status. It's why I want to go to the gym and get big and strong, because of status. Everything we do is about status. It's why I want the better job, so I want more money, so I want to be respected. So what's the number one thing we want our female to give us? Status. That's what we want. So she can give us status by being beautiful. That's one thing she can do. But another thing she could do is if I turn up home and I come home with my boys and she says, I'll cook you all a steak. That's status. That's all my boys going, Ross, you just been out all night and she's here and she's going to cook for all of us and she'll clean up and tidy up. Boom. That's the kind of girl a man's not going to want to lose because it makes him look good. That's what men want. Status. Suck a dick, blah, blah, blah. Listen, dick can only be sucked in so many ways. I mean, let's be serious about this.
Have you had the Gok 3000?
No, this is actually a serious point, right? This is a very serious point because the Western world has collapsed in real time and it's a failed society. And one of the reasons it's a failed society is because of the over-sexualization, especially of females as a whole. If a woman comes up to me and goes, I'll be the best sex you ever had, I am fucking revolted. I don't want the best sex I've ever had. I want you to be pure and a virgin. You should know what sex is. Cook my fucking dinner. Shut up. Don't come and talk to me about fucking sucking dick. It's vile. It's disgusting. I don't want to hear that shit.
Can I say something?
I don't want to hear that shit. What I want is a woman who makes me look good. No woman who's running around talking about sucking dick can make me look good. So I lose interest completely and utterly. And that's the truth. So what she's saying is completely correct. These are old school things, but it's not about the act. Yes, you can order food, of course. It's about the status that comes with it. That's what it's about.
Sagittarius, spoken like a true one. That is true.
My man's a Sagittarius.
Listen, well,
my man's a Sagittarius.
So basically, it's a straight shooting sort of conversation. But I think that sometimes we get distracted and we talk about the bicker between men and women. I think that the problem that men and women have is the consequences of the bad decisions that the 1% of powerful men make on our behalf, because our problems are on a societal level less than between woman and man. That is why there's a lot of competition between men, this chase for status that they will never get.
Why is that the fault of the 1% of men?
Because they're the ones that drive the machine that runs this. The West
it's always been that way.
Yeah, but then think about the men that are at the top now, the corruption and everything that's going on. And this is why it feels very good to sit next to somebody like you and just say, do you know what? appreciate that you say things that are really true. You expose a very toxic truth and a very true truth as well that is out there. But the reality is, on the trenches, when you go to the grassroots, people don't feel the way that you feel. It's not as simple as what you say. They are victims of this system. So my job here is really not to try and make it about men and women. Is to make you understand that actually we need to start changing the narrative.
You don't want to make it about men and women because
they're both messed up on either side.
Because then women look bad.
No, because it's about everybody together.
I appreciate her calling her out. I was listening for a while to try to find out her point. So I guess she taking the conspiracy route to explain it away. But I love that Just Pearly Things called her out on it, because we in the middle of having that conversation, and then you talking about some other shit, cause you know y'all look crazy because what he's saying makes sense. And hey man, I'm not calling motherfucker out in the middle of that little spill king out here. I appreciate it, because she just, oh my gosh, she just talking for so long to say nothing.
Women have their traumas, men have their traumas. I'm not here to fight against men and women. That's small.
I understand what you're saying. But the idea that this 1% of men have created this terrible society. Yeah, I talk about that. I talk about the Matrix. I talk about these things. But it's always been this way. It's always been a small elite group of men who are in charge of the world. And unfortunately now, we're fighting battles in different ways. The days of old, a man proved his worth by going to war. Basically, every man at any point in his life was going to end up going to war, and he came back victorious, he came back with honor, he got himself a wife. That's how it worked, right? Now men don't have to go to war as much, depending on where you live in the world, and it's slightly different, and we fight our wars in other ways. And one of the true expressions of testosterone and trying to really express your ability and your combative ability now in the modern world is power and influence. So in the olden days, you'd go to war, you come back with a ribbon. Nowadays, you got X amount of followers, you can move the world with money. I can bend reality with money. Please understand, if I walk into Jimmy Choo, they lock the door. No brokies allowed in. Tate's here, and I buy whatever the fuck I want. There's lines outside because I'm there. I bend the world with money. That's how the wars are now won. So you're talking about high status males, and it's always been that way. Now you have a whole contingent of men who aren't dead. Okay, they didn't die in a ditch, but they're lonely as fuck jerking off. And that's the reality of it. And women don't give a fuck about them. And why should you? I'm not sitting here actually shitting on women in any way. I think women have a biological instinct to a degree to try and find the best mate they can, because it gives them the highest chance of survival in the harsh realities of the world. And if they look at a man who's not capable, they just don't feel an attraction to him. And that's the bottom line of it. And that's why I'm largely misunderstood. I
think he never got to what she wants it to, what she was trying to take it into. I'm glad he stirred it back to the actual conversation. But me, I like to put a nail in the coffin with things like that. We're in the middle of talking about men and females, male and females. You're gonna do the exact opposite solely because you don't want to be held accountable, or you don't want to hear women get held accountable, or females, I should say, get held accountable for the bullshit that they do, which I can't appreciate. And I think what he's saying is accurate. You know, I've studied history, and enough to know that. Yeah, it's always, I mean, it's not rocket science. You're gonna have a 1% no matter what. Doesn't matter what the system is, communism, theocracy, it doesn't make a difference. You're gonna have a 1%. It's gonna kind of be that way. Women are gonna gravitate to the winners. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna get your variance based off circumstances and based off genetics. Like, I just rather be with this nigga because I just want to, like, our genes are telling her, like, you'll get that going on. But that's just one person. Most of these women are going to go to the guy that's winning. The problem is, the thing that's going to be missed from this conversation is this thing that's young, that is, I think, just over 100 years old, which is called television and modern media. And having little girls having stuff that, like, this girl in the middle says, they're going to work for stuff that work for status they're never going to get. You have 99% of you chicks never deserve a nigga to make $50,000 or more. Like, you don't. 99% of y'all don't deserve a guy to make $50,000. You don't know what to do with you don't know what to do with $10,000. You don't know what to do with the $10,000, let alone $10,000 in a person that comes with a heartbeat. So it's like, and I say that because now you got all of these lifestyles flash in front of this little girl face for the first 2 decades of her life. This convolution and disassociation to reality because you watched this fucking TV shit that's designed to give you fucking epilepsy and personality disorder. You 1 second you watching this serious thing, and then this fucking Sprite commercial comes the fuck on, flashing bubbles and shit in front of your face, and then the news is gonna tell you who died last night, and then you leave that commercial and it gets to a commercial that you want to buy some fucking Krispy Kreme shit, and then the preview for the next show come on, and then another dumb show. And this is somebody that I haven't watched TV since 2007. I'll watch a football game every once in a while. I don't watch this shit. That's literally the same shit that's going on. That's the problem. It's not these things that y'all think it is. It's the shit that is in front of your brain most of the time. But I definitely get his point. I understand him, what he's saying.
I don't blame women for a lot of the problems. Women are guilty of certain things, but I have a massive amount of blame to place on men because there's so many men who are genuinely incompetent. If I was a chick, I wouldn't fuck these losers either. Like, they're losers. So it's hard out
balance.
It's
I
hard.
love it.
Do you know what I don't understand? Why people always go for the 1%? All the women want to rush for the 1%. Why don't you just find a regular 9-to-5 person that's going to look after you?
I literally just asked that question. I just answered that. That's why, because of TV and modern media.
You can be his queen. Why can't you just do that? Why is everybody really rushing? I've got a man. We don't go on social media. If it weren't for Pearl, I want no night about social media. 9 to 5. I've got our own property. 32 years. Happy as Larry. What is the problem? It's not old-fashioned. It works.
No, Auntie. Let me clarify. When I meant 1% is not the 1% of attraction. I mean the actual people that are in charge of the things that run the world the way that.
What I'm trying to say is that it's always been an umbrella we've lived under.
But
and
the
men have
difference
functioned underneath it. So why is it going to affect me?
I'll explain why. Because as Sir Mr. Andrew King Tate said,
like that.
I want to know what she's after.
I'll have this one after this point.
Yeah. And dry that now.
Wait, it is. I've been drinking lime juice as well. So, as he very rightly said, society has now evolved. Before men went to war, now men don't go to war. So there's a lot of sense of no purpose that they need to find. And then on the women's side is that the same way that a society evolved, they made men feel less purpose. They have now had to take on.
I don't think men. I don't know. Like I said, just like females have been in front of TV and modern media most of their life, so has these guys. So don't say that they don't have purpose because they don't go to war, because what the fuck would y'all have? You would be in the fields learning how to read the leaves, and you're no longer doing that as well. So if you all of a sudden got purpose not doing what you used to do, then why wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? But that type of incoherence is what you get from television. Fucking schizophrenia personality disorder that you fucking picking up from television. And it's just that, and again, I've said this plenty of times, man, like people's self-worth and identity is based off dismissiveness. Like, how could you make that status? I mean, how could you make that statement when you're on the same planet that they're on? But TV is not in her mindset. TV, what's in her mindset is, I really know what's going on because I've been here. No, I promise you've spent way more time in front of a TV or doing movies, listening to movies, or watching movies, listening to radio than you think. And these things have an imprint on you. If you see a person that looks amazing to you, they smell great, they're near you, right? You physically in your life, like, it affects you. You think about that person all day. You like, okay, great, they're amazing. Well, if you're fucking watching you watching that same thing on a fucking 4K TV, with fucking surround sound, and you've seen this movie 2-3 times, or you've seen this commercial 3-4 times, that's gonna have a lasting effect on you. So I keep telling people, neuroscience, the brain, the subconscious mind, learn how your body works, learn how your brain actually works, because you have people that are just mimicking stuff unconsciously, and they don't know what they're saying. So I be trashing these people in these conversations because I know how you work and you don't. But see, I literally would tell people how I went. I show people etymology. But they get stuck on the word. No, I'm constantly going to the origin of things. That's why I know I'm going to win, because you're not. See, you think you're going to get me on the subject. I know you better than you do. You know you. And that's literally this 1% that she's talking about. That's what the 1% know. They know you better than you know you. I think I was what, 20, let's see, I think I was 21. I was with my mentor. We went to Atlanta. It was like a men's conference, and it was this pastor. It was on a Sunday, so they did like a little Sunday service where they got into like the self-development curriculum and shit. And this pastor, he said something that literally physically changed my brain, man. It changed my brain at that exact moment he said it, and I ain't been the same since, because it changed my entire outlook on everything. He said the devil has more faith in you than you do. He said the devil has more faith in you than you do. Which meant to me is that the devil worked harder for me to understand. The devil worked harder to understand me than I am. Or he knows something about me that I don't know. And that's all I needed. So when you factor in that deal of where you, and because if you can simplify everything I'm saying to priorities. You're prioritizing. You've been I've seen people leave parties to go home to watch TV, which is crazy. You're gonna leave people to go watch fake people, which is crazy. And then what I'm saying with this is, to her point, you're dismissing other people for some narrative-based reality to secure it or enforce it, and that's what the problem is. Like, people do not understand. You have really not taken inventory on thought and your thought processes, synopsis, paradigm, meta paradigm, etc. And I think I'm going to talk about that a lot more this year and get into the brain a little bit more. I think people can start to see things. But there's 1% that she keeps trying to bring up understands these things. They're spending time on that. You're spending time on narrative. They're spending time on neuroscience. And it creates this dismissiveness and disconnect. So we love to talk about this men and women relationship. I'm going to come from this perspective. And we'll see we'll see the results in the people that are listening to who. Because I know the people that are going to listen to me, you're going to see when you implement it, you're going to see a dramatic change in relationships with children, with your co-workers, because these are the things that make a difference. I actually had to, because of that, like I was on Red Lipstick Vibes show, and I was talking about the type of people I come from. So I had to work hard to be human. So I had to literally, through knowledge and understanding, develop empathy. I had to build it because I was naturally empathetic. I had to actually find a logical reason to be empathetic. Now I know how people process information. I know what shock does to the brain. I understand that, so I got an opportunity to learn how to be empathetic. So it's like an actual cure for narcissism, learning neuroscience. Or being aware.
Bigger purposes. They have to go to work like they didn't have to do before. They have to take care of the family and work and do all of these things, and now deal with the fact that men are feeling a little bit like out of, you know.
Rubbish. That ain't what I'm saying.
No.
You get a 9-to-5 person, right? What is wrong with you going out there, find a regular 9-to-5 person, right? You can function underneath that, because I'm always hearing the women say, oh, we ain't got enough money. We ain't got enough money. Work with what the man's got.
You're right.
Work with what the man's got. You can make a man your alpha. Everybody wants to go and find these top earning money. Find a 9-to-5, work regular, save your money, learn to cook and not have takeouts, and then save your money as they did before.
Then you should direct this to the men that feel upset because they're not like Andrew Tate.
Always direct something to the man.
No,
Why?
but she's completely right. I'll tell you this. There's not a girl on this panel or on the planet today who couldn't walk outside and find a man who's going to be nice to her, loyal to her, and make her his queen. Women don't want that. So they'll sit there and go, no, I want Chris Brown. And then they'll go try to get Chris Brown. Then Chris Brown will cheat. And they'll be like, I can't believe he cheated. I'm devastated. Well, what the fuck do you think's going to happen? If I go to the car garage, right, you have to make a decision what you truly want in your life. If you truly want to just find a man who's going to look after you and take care of you, you're going to be his queen, he's going to be loyal, you can find that all day, but you're going to have to settle to a degree where a lot of women perhaps are not prepared to do that. You see how women act. They'd rather chase.
That's a strong statement, Savannah. I gotta read that out loud. She said, living a luxurious lifestyle comes with a lot. It shouldn't be appealing to any woman that wants a family. You know what? I don't even know what's, like, again, I don't even know what's on TV to compare that. But I can understand that. I mean, that serious amount of spending, like, I worked in the financial services arena for a little bit, and I don't be understanding how somebody want to spend $50,000-$60,000 on a wedding, on basically a party, a uppity party. So do y'all count how much you're gonna spend on the cookout? I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't know.
A fraction of a real G's time than have 100% of the time of a fucking dude who they don't respect at that level. And it's kind of like going to a car dealership. You walk in there, if you want reliability, you can get a Nissan. But if you want to get a Ferrari, it comes with headaches. It's going to come with problems. So when girls say to me, "Oh, you know what, Andrew, you should be loyal to that," men like me don't have to be, and you know that. So why the fuck are you here trying to tell me what to do? Because you know I don't have to be loyal, and all the girls I'm fucking don't have to be loyal. So why are you sitting there pretending you expected me to be loyal when everyone knew from ground up day one it was never going to ever fucking happen? And you're still here. You're still texting.
They're going to be the one that changes you.
Well, no, yeah, of course they are.
That's the biggest mistake that girls make.
How many times y'all done heard that shit or then said it? Some of y'all done said it. You act like, I know this YouTube. Some of y'all content creators, y'all moderators, you don't want to admit it. It's like, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna be the one to change him. He once he get in this pussy, he gonna listen. Nah, I wouldn't go in that direction. You lost your mind. You might as well just come over here, put this collar on, get choked. Just admit, cause you changing me ain't gonna happen, man.
Whose fault is this? This is the female decision. They sit there and decide, no, I want this. Cool, right. Then you're going to have to accept he ain't going to be loyal to you. He's barely going to reply to you. That's the game.
They like being cheated. I swear.
Like, I don't understand why a chick would think that a dude want to get with you so he can buy you stuff. Like, I'm 37. Like, I've never got this is why. I don't know why you would think that. All I know is that they know they can get it from somebody, which, again, like I said, is a identity crisis. Like, you just want it from any nigga just cause. And here's the thing. Here's a big question. Why do you want that? What you want it for? What do you want it for? Why do you want a nigga to buy you stuff? And why do you want the stuff that you want him to buy? Like, what is that for? Oh, I just want this cause what? Cause you seen the shit on TV. Or you seen a girl with it that was at your job or at your school, and guess what? She probably seen the shit on TV or advertisement on her phone or the laptop or the fucking billboard, which is stupid. It's just dumb. And you go, oh, you don't want no, you cheap, and I show the fuck him, cause I know what them bitches went into fucking that's how the advertisement motherfuckers think. They think y'all dumb. The shit is cheap. The fucking Jordans and them fucking Payless Pro Wings was made with the same material. I'm not, nigga, fuck you. In your name, nigga. I don't know. This shit is fake. Most of this shit fake. I wanna buy it cause I want. Why? Cause you want what? Another chick to what? Not talk about you? Y'all women, you know the other chick gonna talk about you. You know this. So what you on? Why you on that? Cause I don't wanna look a mess. It don't stop the cat. Hold up. What the fuck? I don't even say that. I gotta get Palm in his head.
Stop the motherfucking cap. Stop the lie. You're lying, motherfucker. You did not.
Stop acting like you don't know that regardless of how you look, the other chick is going to talk about you. Why are you being stupid? Stop being dumb. The other chick is guaranteed to talk about you. It's a waste of time. Stop being goofy. Savannah says, if you want something created, it's cheaper and more intimate. Yeah. Design that shit. Even if you do a one-off, it's gonna be worth more than you fucking buying Louis or Gucci. You paying for the brand. You ain't even paying for the material. And then you're not even, for that reason, you paying for somebody else's fucking feelings. For them to feel like you this. So what? It's still gonna sit in the fucking closet? I don't understand, y'all niggas. I don't. It's just weird, bro. The advertisement, man. Once you, I guess, because I've been on the inside, I have a completely different perspective. Once you understand what goes into advertisement and marketing and where they get their information from, it's a whole different. It's like you ever met them people that worked at McDonald's and they be like, yo, I will never eat McDonald's. It's because they know how that meat is kept and they know what go on in there. I think that's where I'm at with shit. I know what goes into advertisement and marketing. It is pure evil. It's pure evil. Because you all know they're using neuroscience. Yes, I know they're using neuroscience, but they're using the fucking most evilest parts of neuroscience. I've watched it. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is crazy. This shit crazy. It's weird.
Swear to God, this show has made me believe. I think women like to be cheated on.
I don't.
Yes, that's I found that out a long time. Y'all like, cause y'all not.
Bang, 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 bang.
Shout out to Natasha in Savannah. Y'all, I'm gonna say that y'all are monogamous because you just want one guy naturally, but you want to be with a nigga that get a lot of women. Y'all want it. So stop calling it cheating.
I swear to God, no, because all y'all ever talk about is your exes that cheated on you.
That's a
fact.
fact.
All y'all ever talk about, and it's like,
only talk about that.
Bang,
The regular women that run here.
The women that come on the show.
Oh, good thing I'm irregular and extraordinaire.
But do you not think it's because we're not holding men accountable? So when a man, because he's a top G, cheats on a woman, it's like, well, what do you expect? When you should actually turn around to him and
Accountable
say,
for what? Accountable.
I love questions. Accountable for what?
Okay.
Accountable for his natural evolutionary biology.
You know, why the fuck does he talk so hard? Let me scroll back. Why does he talk so hard with his mouth?
G cheats on a woman, it's like, well, what do you expect? When you should actually turn around to him and
Accountable
say,
for what? Accountable for his natural evolutionary biology.
I think he's using every muscle in his mouth department. Natasha says, frankly, Christian or otherwise, I believe everything is kind of resolved in Proverbs. I don't know, is it Proverbs or Proverbs? Keep being the Christians, they say Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs. Proverbs 31. If you're looking to be a wife, mother, and woman of benefit, to Savvy's point, making something and be helpful. Hold up, let's pull it up then. Let's pull it up. I don't think that would be a problem because I don't know. Let's look. Okay. Hold up. Wait, can I get like the actual book? I mean verse? Okay, fuck me. Let me see. Might have pulled it up in a second. No, that's not it. Oh, they just give me explanations of it. They won't give me the actual verse. Okay, we'll do the evil. What is this? Jesus Christ. It's 31. Okay, that makes sense. Let's bring it up. Which verse, Natasha? Which verses would you like to bring up? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've actually was just 31 it's 31 verses. Yeah, it's 31 verses. So just put what verses you think we should look at. We'll just read, one or two of them.
cheating morally correct?
Yes.
Depends.
Yes.
How
So
can you say that? Are you joking?
okay with your woman cheating on you then?
Absolutely not. That's haram.
No, because
it's around when she cheats on you, but you can cheat on her.
There has not been in the history.
I don't like this shit. Listen, y'all know I hate monogamy. I think it's worthless. Hence the video earlier today, and I think scheduled next Monday and the Monday after that. This stupid cheating word. It doesn't mean it doesn't even faze me anymore. You cheat, so my boyfriend cheated on me, so it doesn't even faze me anymore. I don't even care. I don't even care to explain it no more. It's okay for him to cheat, yes. Flat out. You want your daughter to be cheated on? Of course not. Absolutely not. Why would I want my daughter to be cheated on? I want her to stop thinking it's cheating for a man to do what he's designed to do. And he can't not do what he's designed to do because you feel like it. Because y'all won't. That shit crazy. No, I don't want you to mess with more than one woman. Okay, cool. All right, I'll take that. Well, actually, I'm not going to take it into consideration. It's not cheating. You knew men didn't want to do it from the beginning, yet you asked. Okay, well, so if it's fuck me, nigga, it's fuck you. You want to have our relationship stand to be a lie, and then you want me to tell you the truth. Okay, we'll see how that works out for you, man.
History of humanity across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box, and if he decides to be loyal, which some do, and I can be loyal, and I
FH says, Natasha Vincent, I agree. I always heard growing up with the Christian family that you want to be a Proverbs 31 woman, and I didn't know that meant until childhood. I still gotta read it. Savannah with the clutch says it's haram to abuse children, but they don't like to hear that. Okay.
Bang, 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 bang.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
A man shouldn't cheat, but you'll leave the babies in the house by themselves and go to the club. Is that cheating? Yeah. Good point, Savannah. Appreciate you.
have been loyal, but there's also times in my life where I think, fuck it, I don't want to be, and get a new girlfriend every single day of the week. I can do that, and I can decide to do that. If a woman decides to do the same, purely because her value is high enough to attract so many males, because she's beautiful, for example, it is completely different. And I'm going to explain to you why it's completely different, so buckle up. It's different. It's different. It's different. Well, I'll tell you why. It is impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself, because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking. There is no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high-value men or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She was just too drunk to realize he's a loser, plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be fucking, or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that. You ain't just gonna go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he's worth pussy. Yeah, he treats me good enough to get my pussy. Da-da-da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works.
That's a fact. I'm telling you. Sure. Men is the key word. Men. Not the little boys you debilitated and he ain't died for 20, 30, 40 years. Men. Like, yeah, you 100 motherfuckers and ran through you. And then men like me, I can smell the souls in your fucking cemetery womb.
So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? And if you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So when a woman is sleeping around with all these men, she's devaluing herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows, God knows, the universe knows. When a man does it, he doesn't devalue himself at all. That's just the way it works.
Can I ask you a question? Wait, Esther, 1 second. So, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to two men?
Haram.
Why?
No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G. If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
But no, I'm asking.
Okay,
do you know?
I asked, what if they're different races? One
Answer
white,
the
one black.
question.
You don't know.
Answer the question.
You don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand who the 2 people who made it are. At least. If you have a woman fucking 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say...
Disgusting.
Wait.
I'm so tired of this fucking tick with that shit that you females do everywhere. This guy lit. But what if she get it? Okay. Well, what if y'all could lift your own body weight? Like, what if it's a lot of what ifs? Why are you focused on the tick for tat shit? It's a lot of what ifs you can't. What if y'all can run a 4.2 and a 40? What? You know what? Here's a better what if. What if y'all weren't child murderers? What if that was the shit? It's a lot of fucking what if y'all be focused on. What if y'all didn't beat y'all children like y'all do nowadays? What if y'all didn't leave them in the house so you can go over to the boyfriend's house to fuck for money so you can buy an outfit, not to pay the rent? What if that? What if? Fuck the dumb what ifs. Do the real what ifs. What if y'all went obese? What if you didn't think you had to put on makeup to be cute? What if y'all didn't want to have longer eyelashes, which is a male trait? There's a lot of what ifs. I don't want to get to them shits though. What if y'all didn't spend 73 cents out of every dollar that came in the black community? What if that? We do a lot of what ifs. We don't want to do the responsible shit though.
Have you seen the twins that had 2 different dads?
Oh yeah, I saw that. May I just say something then? So if that is the case, yeah, if the one thing that you're meant to have is you at least you know who the 2 people that put that child on earth are, then that's why promiscuity for men is also a problem, because they get women pregnant. Sometimes they don't even know they have children. That's haram, no?
No, it's completely different. It's different because you have to understand, I'm talking about humans. You look at humans from a societal perspective, but society has changed, right? So let's say 200-300 years ago, if a woman got pregnant, she needed a man to survive. If that man didn't take care of her during pregnancy, she was going to die. She couldn't work a job, she couldn't hunt, couldn't fish, whatever, right? A woman literally needed that man for survival. So if you were to come to me and say, I'm pregnant, but you've been fucked by 4 different dudes, I'd be like, who says it's mine? Why am I looking after you? None of them want to look after her. She will literally perish. This is why most of the world today, virginity is so coveted. And throughout all of history, it's been so coveted because that's the only way to ensure paternity. She's a virgin. I know that's my baby. She ain't a virgin. Prove it's mine. Outside of this modern science bullshit, Satan, the devil we have here in the West, in most of the world today, without virginity or at least a low body count or at least anti-promiscuity, you can't tell that that's your baby. So it's...
Can't y'all see where they had locked this nigga up? You can't see? This nigga's going off. And he probably got that Hitler level of persuasion and influence, you know what I'm saying? With those younger white males. And they ain't went to business.
You are watching a master at work.
It's a completely different thing. You're looking at the idea of a woman being pregnant and coming to a group of men and saying, one of you has to take care of me and put up with me when I'm fat and moody and annoying and I need my bills paid. And all the men are going to sit there and go, no, fuck no, prove it's mine. You can't prove it, bounce. Where it's different. If I get 4 women pregnant, we know the deal.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So obviously back then for survival, women needed a man.
That is a classic case of listening just to respond and not to fucking acknowledge anything. Just say yeah. To distract from the fact you just said fuck what I just said because you want to talk and get back on the feminist genocide shit. Feminism equals genocide. I will say that. Yeah, they'll say no just because that's what they do, but it don't really make any sense. The number one genocide it does is defeat the fucking person that's a feminist. So there's that.
And otherwise, when they were pregnant, they could die, and all of these things they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go and get, men. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
in the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps
that's
like
right.
naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one, and two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times going to get hard, or war would start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And this is the very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to get me canceled again, but I don't give a fuck. but this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't be defended. The point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This has been the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus. It doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they were prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists. The only people who can defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you would learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan when Taliban kicked America out. And he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani Defense Forces there, and they funded the Afghanistani Defense Forces to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani Defense Forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war. The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there, and you're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight? Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own fucking idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid. Because the second men don't defend it, it just fails as a fucking ideology. It's garbage.
May I tell you something now?
Hey, man. Again, you see why they had to lock this nigga up? It's perfect fucking common sense. It's like, again, like I said earlier, modern media has positioned people to have this false identity that is heavily dependent on dismissiveness. You have to dismiss fundamental information. So that's what you look for. So like you can go through all of these different videos that I got when I'm on panels with people. I know I'm gonna win because I'm watching this creature talk, and this creature, and I say that like that, not to be facetious and not to be derogatory. I just know I'm not talking to a human. I know this is a person who has a narrative-based mentality, and they have to dismiss fundamental information. So these are the things I'm listening for when I'm on these panels. These are the things I'm listening for when I'm doing reviews on videos. I'm listening for a person to dismiss fundamental information. Like there's such a specific thing, and it doesn't happen by accident. It's always intentional. It's just that person has been doing it for so long, it's their second nature, and it just makes life so easy. Like you just literally just walk through it, bro. It's pretty sad. So it's a lot of things you can look at when you say fundamentals. It's like whatever you're talking about, the process, the procedure, the making of something. You watch how they want to dismiss the information or dismiss what you said. Dismissiveness is not necessary. If I'm talking to a person, I have to accept everything that comes with them. I don't have to dismiss them or what they said. I'll challenge what you said and go, okay, yeah, let me take what you said at face value. If this is the case, then why? This, that, and the third. It's the same format. It's not difficult. It don't have to be elaborate. But you about to watch this chick out of everything he just said. You know what I mean? Out of everything he just said, watch what she do.
So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps...
Hey, Savannah. Hey, Savannah. Natasha, see if you can block Savannah. No, not block her. Time out. She gonna say, look at Brittany being obedient and silent. All right, she is though. I ain't gonna sit there and lie. She actually is behaving herself. I still don't like her.
Don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait, because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms, and in fact, I'm Angolan. Wait, I'm Angolan. Wait, I'm Angolan. And
don't lie.
Listen,
to the people.
Shout out to the Angolans. I know a lovely young lady that's Angolan in the UK.
Oh.
Wait, no worries. I'll talk about my personal
you wanna
story.
Go to war? You wanna fight
wait.
the front
Let me
lines?
tell you. Let me tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent as a man. Therefore, naturally, a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a
Who's
gun.
normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
people
the case.
Like who?
Let me tell you,
who wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else wants to?
I want. Well, actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really all I want.
Stopping you from getting respect.
Exactly.
No,
I get respect.
I get respect. I get respect.
So,
that's what I want. That's what I like.
Respect.
What I think is,
you don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I
don't know what you want. You want equality,
as a woman, I carry myself differently. I actually hold the things I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take it. You do sometimes. And I'll tell you something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong, and I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denava, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? I'll tell you.
What would you do? What would you do? No, seriously, there's no guns here.
She's a feminist.
I'll tell you. No, I'm not a feminist.
Oh, this got to be good. This got to be good. We got like literally. I'm gonna do 4 more minutes of this, and I'll come back another time and do this again. Exactly, Natasha. I don't know what that meant. Listen, hold up. You know we got a clip for that.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, and I don't want you to keep going.
I don't know. I don't have any idea what that means. Saying stuff just to be.
I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter. Either I play dead. One. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
no,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this, and then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of it.
So
if they want to come and kill me, there's not much that many people can do.
But let's make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing we can be.
Literally just said that. That's the time. You acquire respect by being a woman. Females get respected when they get disrespected when they act like men. It's very simple. Literally just you typed it before I even played that. Shout out to Savannah for that. That's what's up.
Equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that where there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. We try to pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight and work. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go fucking die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying. You know where the women are? Dubai, chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at other things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world. And the unfortunate reality about life, this is what we're saying when I was saying earlier that feminism goes out the window when things get hard. The harder the world gets, the closer it gets to the baseline of humanity. The unfortunate baseline of humanity is violence. That's what happens if all the electricity were to go out and all the police were to quit. This would become a violent place very quickly, and there would be fucking zero feminists left. Zero. You would all need men. That's the bottom line of reality. That's the bottom line. So you have to understand as a woman and say, okay, I need a man who's good at being a man.
But no one's saying that we don't need men in society. Of course we do. We're talking about relationships. Yeah.
Amen. I don't have that little fire. I got this though.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
That nigga killed that shit. I can't even lie, my nigga.
I ain't come on here with no fake shit.
Shit.
You're strong, but the thing is, I can live my life as a woman and not need a man.
What's a woman?
What?
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, Pearl, stop
like
it.
in my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
But listen, right?
I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic. I guess what's the mechanic name gonna be? Marsha? Marsha sound like a female mechanic name, don't it?
But is the mechanic a man or a woman?
No. I'm saying yes, we need men in society, but in relationships, the only reason I actually need you is because I want you. I don't actually need you.
So the relationship is where you're gonna compartmentalize it so you can be spiteful? So you're looking forward to being spiteful in a relationship? I don't need a man in a relationship. So that's, well, what's the point of having him there? Oh, it's just because I want him there. But if you don't need him, then the relationship is off this whimsical thing called your wants. Why would a man sign up for that on purpose?
I need you to procreate. Yes, I agree. But the things
So if you need him to procreate, that would mean you need him, doofus. That's the only reason to be. No, I think it's about you. I think this is where you can come in.
You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up. Get the fuck off my phone, bitch.
Jesus Christ. I apologize for everybody listening, because this is painful. When this girl starts talking, she sound like a cat with a beak, with bird vocals. That's what she sound like.
I don't need you in my day-to-day life.
What if someone breaks into your house?
I'll just call the police.
Okay, what if
you just went through this?
If they don't come? What if the average in the US it takes like 15
and give them everything.
In the US it takes like 15 minutes for them to get there.
But that's not realistic. That doesn't happen on a day-to-day.
It's not realistic for them to take 15. What are you saying? You don't think the police gonna get called?
These two guys in your house. What are you doing?
But that's not realistic. I've not had any man break into my house on a day-to-day. It doesn't happen.
The point is,
so let's be realistic now.
I know it only has to take one time. The hell?
You're saying, but the point is this. The point is, when we're talking about feminism as a whole demonizes men. And you just sat and said, besides procreation, I don't need a man in my life. I can go to a male mechanic or call a male police officer. They're men. So in
society, you are needed. I agree. Okay, of course, we need you.
Of course. So you're talking about being with a man because you want to. So my question to you is, why would you want to be with a man?
Why would the man?
That's a perfect question. I think we're gonna shut it down after she answers this question. We don't got nobody. Yeah, we don't got nobody hitting the link. We're gonna, cause this is brutal. This is brutal. I see why it took me so long to get to this. This is brutal. This is hard to listen to.
I want to be with you.
Because they're sexy.
Like,
I feel like because of the community.
I love men.
No,
I love dick.
We don't sound like it, but it's not all about dick.
I love men. I love dick.
What I'm trying to say is that in a good relationship, right, one that works, there's blue jobs and there's pink jobs. Right, and that's the problem that women have got.
Oh, gee.
They don't want to be doing no pink jobs.
But that's not
Do you
what
know
we're
what I
talking
mean?
about.
We're talking
We're talking about relationships. Why do you need a man in a relationship? Because you want a partner.
Companionship, friendship, romantic love.
Don't nobody want to be your partner. I'm not being no chick partner. I'm not being your partner. No. I don't. Andrew Tate brought it up earlier. I don't think women understand, females, especially females, because y'all just lazy little shits at just being people. I call y'all spite babies. That's my real name. Y'all spite. My real name for females is spite babies. Y'all just exist just to be spiteful. You was born out of spite, and that's all y'all do. So you really don't know what's going on in life, and I don't think you understand how fucking competitive it is in a man world. I don't know what make you think, little girl, that you are going to vaguely be able to compete with other females, and then somehow you're going to be fucking equal to me when I'm fucking beating the brakes and stars off of niggas in real life and dominating these niggas that you fucking want to dominate you, and then me and you going to be equal? You going to be a sad bitch fucking with me. I ain't going to say that a lot to you. Now, I don't, that shit is insulting.
Things that you can't get by yourself.
Like you want to go on dates with him. It's not about I need someone to fix my car. Like go to a mechanic. You're not safe. Call the police.
Not
like
true.
it's not that
Wait. What about a father to your kids? You don't think your kids don't need a dad?
You can be around. I definitely want that. These are the stuff. This is the reason I need a man. I agree.
Wait. It's not that you want it. You need it.
I agree. And these are the stuff that I need in a man. But it's like at the end of the day, it's not like I completely need you. It's
But
like, I want you.
But the whole point is, if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need a man.
In society, agree.
Why do we act like women are so useless?
I
couldn't change a tire.
I'm saying if the lights went out tomorrow, you would need someone to protect you. You
yes,
would.
of course. In society, not my boyfriend.
I'll go on the
that was stressful. So we had we went 30 minutes and 55 seconds into this video. We'll pick it up another time. I'm about to drop out. This is stressful. Yeah, I'm literally stressed out. Like hearing this girl talk. Yes, Natasha, she sound like a cat with a beak. Like she sound like both a cat and like an annoying bird that's by your window at the same time. And the shit that she's saying and the shit the other girl's saying is just, it's irritating because we've heard this shit so much and it don't be making any sense. And my brain don't have space for it. My disk, like my RAM for bullshit, it don't even have room. It's like insert disk. That's what it said. I don't even have a number no more. My shit say insert disk because there's no thing for it. Natasha says it's sad, especially when you can see how important it is to have your person in older age. It's a beautiful blessing to understand your need for your spouse. And these chicks are saying the opposite. They're saying they don't need. You don't need. Based off what? What is it based off? It's based off dismissiveness. When you start paying attention to what I'm saying, and you start seeing it in people, how dependent. It's not just that they do it. I really want y'all to really see how dependent people's entire identity, self-worth, and value system is on dismissiveness. If you was to go back and look through all of these panels, all the conversations you watch, people's dependency, they're on dismissiveness for their identity, their value system, and their self-worth is scary to me. It's scary, man. It's totally ridiculous. Reckless Ray De Niro says this was rough. I love seeing their heads melt. Yeah, I don't know if you more than likely seen it, and everybody has seen it. I'm just a little late to reviewing it because I've had other things to kind of take priority, but because there was a couple of things that I've heard that I wanted to go over, but most of these conversations with Tate, as Tate is involved in, it's going to be substantive. But then I don't know who these chicks are, but they stress me the fuck out. stress me out. Yeah. So we're done with this for today. I'll just come back and pick this stuff up. I appreciate everybody that came through on this late little Monday. This is impromptu. I didn't even have this plan. I basically just put the live together and just went live. You know, they say you're supposed to set it a day out and shit like that, like Savannah did, to let people, you know, kind of get themselves together for it. But you know, I like going live because I want to stay active. That kind of have. It's been the main thing that's kept the channel from growing. Is I won't take too much time off, and the algorithms will get you exist, and then you get rusty, and behind these screens, it may look like it's right, but I'm fucking up. You be fucking up and doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing, and trying to compensate and shit like that. Yeah, just wanted to, cause I would cam up and do all that other shit, but I just want to stay in rhythm. I got a lot of stuff to edit, but I wanted to kind of get this out of the way, cause I was going through all of my notes. I mean, not just my notes, but my folders on material and stuff, and I'm like, I'm just sitting here with this big ass amount of data taking up time, so I don't want to do the whole thing, cause I don't want to go into the next day. But I definitely appreciate it. So I appreciate everybody coming out, which is really just you looking at your phone while you sit on the toilet. I appreciate that. Toilet streaming. Definitely shout out to Natasha, Savannah always coming through, Ray for coming through, Poppy for coming through, Jive Turkey Savannah, for bigging up Brittany Renner, which is a complete no-no. It's just a pro Brittany Renner slander over here. We don't like that. And shout out to Lucky for coming through, Red Lipstick Bobs for coming through, Brownie Ellie, I think he was the first FH. I think I seen XL Pro earlier. Yep. Mr. He Said came through. Appreciate everybody that commented. Everybody's gonna watch it on the replay. Do not forget to comment in the section. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to see your thoughts, I should say, and read your thoughts on it and your opinions on some of the things said in this video and in this live, and some of the things that, yeah. If it's something you want me to jump to, I can record it. Just comment in the comment section below the timestamp, and I'll just have it. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We know that's what's going on. You're on the toilet, listening to this, pooping out those tacos that you had earlier. You know. All of y'all, that's what y'all doing. And or eating a Pop-Tart and just listening to this live. Cause don't play it in your car. You know what I'm saying? If you're a woman, I don't want you to mess up your car seat. Alright, with that said, man, it ain't but 2 classes on this planet, never been 3. You're world class or you outclass. And the question is not which class you want to live in. The question is which class do the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die in? On your feet, on your knees, respect the craft. Noble.